Number one, there is 13 cast members. Out of those 13, there is only one black queen. The casting director literally took and gave it to a white woman. Like, does that not sound wrong? Like, it doesn't sound wrong at all to anyone. There is 12 white queens and one black queen. That was my point. I literally said that we don't get opportunities like other people, like white women. We know that just because she does makeup and put a wig on, does that qualify from her taking a position from a person that needs it? It is so frustrating to see this. It's so frustrating to see my message getting redirected into something that it's not. That was one of my biggest points, is that they took a position that could have gave it to a person of color and they gave it to a white woman. How is that wrong? I mentioned that in my first video. That was one of my reasons, and everyone blew that off. Everyone just did not hear that. There were two reasons. Let me repeat myself again. My first reason is that they gave a position that they could have gave to a black queen and gave it to a white woman. It is wrong. That's what happens to America. That's happening everywhere, and clearly in the UK. So there's no other black queen that's worth to be on Drag Race UK. There's no one.
Hey everyone, what is up? It's Balloon and I'm back with another video about this fucking Drag Race casting. This YouTuber right here, Daniel Perez, has made not one, but two YouTube videos calling out Victoria Scone, saying that she shouldn't be allowed on Drag Race because she's taking that space away from a black drag queen. Right. Okay. Well, let me tell you what I think this is. I think this is nothing but misogyny. Victoria Scone is a lesbian woman. She is part of the LGBTQ plus group. And here is this clown complaining that she is taking a space away from a black drag queen. So this clown right here, Daniel Perez, so he is really out here telling us that in all the seasons of Drag Race that have ever been, that he does not think a lesbian woman is deserving of one single fucking spot. Hello, misogyny. This is a typical cis male misogynistic attitude. I am so fucked off with this dude right now. In all the seasons of Drag Race that have been, there has never been a spot given to a lesbian. Victoria Scone is the first. She is really actually making history in taking up that space. Why does Daniel Perez think that she is not worthy to have that spot? At the end of the day, there are 11 other white or white passing queens on that show, on that BBC UK Drag Race cast. Any of their spots could have also gone to a black queen or a black artist. So why is Daniel claiming that Victoria should have given up her spot to a black artist when she is a woman, lesbian, who also deserves a spot on the show? For fuck's sake, you know, Drag Race has ignored lesbians for this long. All this time, in all the seasons of Drag Race, they have ignored lesbians when we are also part of the fucking queer community. How dare Daniel Perez go on his YouTube channel and say, oh, Victoria's just a woman doing hair and makeup. No, Victoria Scone is a trained performer, singer, actress. Victoria is more than just a woman putting on hair and makeup and calling herself a drag queen. He has gone on his YouTube channel saying he doesn't think that she should be allowed on the show. And that's his reasoning. Like, are you for fucking real, dude? That is his reasoning. That's why he thinks she shouldn't be allowed a spot on the show, that her spot should have gone to a black queen instead. Now, I'm all for giving much more representation to black queens, but seriously, 11 other queens on that show who were white or white passing, any of their spots could have also gone to a black queen. So why the fuck is Daniel out here attacking Victoria Scone and saying that she shouldn't have a spot? It is 2021, and for me, this is the kind of misogynistic attitude that we need to be tackling in the drag space. By not platforming minority groups, I feel that Drag Race is harming the queer community, as well as trying to celebrate it by existing in the first place, the show. I do feel that it is giving a lot of cis, white, male drag queens a huge platform. And then what happens is the minority groups are starting to suffer because they then don't get booked on Drag Race. They can't increase their booking fees. They're not given the same opportunities to appear on those bigger stages alongside those bigger names. So it ends up being that the performers who are in the minority groups, you know, POC, women, trans, the performers in the minority groups are not given the same opportunities as all the cis white men. And that is the problem that we need to discuss. Not the fact that Victoria has got a spot on the show. No, fucking hell, Victoria, take up that space. Take up that fucking space as a lesbian and as a woman. But of course, I'm not the only person who's got thoughts about this. Victoria Scone also called Daniel Perez out on social media, saying she didn't think he knew what the L in LGBT stood for, and he definitely really doesn't. His is a typical cis male attitude, misogynistic as fuck. And also, you know, Prinx Chiyo has been on their Instagram stories also sharing their thoughts.
I feel like a lot of the time, a lot of you are so close. You're so close to actually putting two and two together and realizing the like main force of harm that comes through the drag community. Like my last fucking story. These gay men and these cis people who are like, these people can't do drag, these people can't do drag, these people can't do drag. So many people will respond to that and they're like, oh, shut the fuck up. Don't you say that. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. But that's where you leave it. Like, you do not have the capacity to go beyond that, or you're not putting in the effort to go beyond that because you're fucking lazy, or you don't want actual change. You want like passive allyship. But if you go one step further, it's not even a big step. It's like a little hop. You will see the fucking domino effect. T is this though. If Drag Race was to truly collapse, if people like me, Victoria Scone, black queens like Vanity Milan really did take to the forefront of drag like we're fucking supposed to, most of you would be out of a job. Your careers would be threatened. Suddenly you wouldn't get those automatic promotions, those automatic opportunities. Suddenly other people will be up for a chance, and that would be a threat to you. So are you really pushing for change? Why would you?
And that's the whole reason why I'm here screaming into my phone, because we do need change. Drag Race does need to change its attitude. We need those people in positions of power like RuPaul to recognise the mistakes that they're making when they're casting these shows. We need them to realise how unfairly minority groups within the queer community are being treated. People want to get fucking paid. You know, these are people who have worked on their crafts for years and they're being completely fucking ignored by shows like RuPaul's Drag Race. They're not being platformed, and that is the fucking problem. And if it makes me a bitch to sit here and call this shit out, then fine. Call me a bitch. Call me problematic. I don't give two shits anyway. We as queer people are tired of the misogyny. We're tired of the racism. We're tired of the transphobia from within our own fucking community. And with that said, please do let me know all your thoughts on this situation. Let me know if you think that Victoria's space should have gone to somebody else, if you disagree with me. Honestly, I am all for it. Victoria, fucking go on and win it, girl. I hope you do. Anyway, take care, stay safe, stay well. That is it from me on this little rant video. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.